All right, welcome back, my dear student. So, after some time of being very busy, I took some time because I wanted to show you guys how to create dynamic active links. Right now, we have a dynamic navigation right here because we have our categories, but they're not being really selected here when we click on it, right? They're not taking that active class. And right now, we can actually show you how that looks. If we right click on this, all right, and we get our inspect element, and we come here and we right click again and edit as HTML, and we put a little class here called active, and this comes from Bootstrap right here like this, and you click away from it, you can see that that gets selected, right? So all we got to do is add that active class to each of these links here. The problem is that we already have navigation, dynamic navigation here, and we have static links here. So we need to figure out a way to do this. I'm going to show you how to do this right now in the code. So go to your navigation.php page. All right, that's in the front page. And this is where we're going to be doing this. So I'm going to go, actually, we are already here. And I think I drank my coffee this morning. But anyway, let me show you how we can do this. First of all, let's create a category underscore class variable. And this is what we're going to be keeping. We're going to put this empty here because right now, later on, we're going to be putting the active keyword in here like this, depending on where we are on the page. All right. And then we can use this category to put it inside here like this. Right. And then we can put that variable there. But let me just show you. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. All right. So we got an empty variable there. Let's create another empty variable for the static links like this. And there are a couple ways of doing this, and some of you already probably doing it in a different way, but this is the way I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, then you can come up with your own way on your own time. So we got this registration. We're just going to call it registration class like this. All right, now I'm going to show you a little trick here. This is how we can find out the name of the current page that we're on. We're going to use this function base name just to clean things up for us a little bit. All right, but you can look it up in the php.net website. We're gonna use the server variables, this magic constant here. We're gonna say self. You see this value right here? All right, this value would be our category.php, all right, page. So that would be the page that we are on. All right, so if we are on index, it would be index.php. All right, so that's what that is. So let's assign this to a variable called page name like this. All right, so now we got the page name here, and all we have to do is create an if statement and check this out. All right, so we can say something like this. First of all, let's check to see, because we have some dynamic menus, right, categories. So let's first check for the get. All right, so let's check to see if we have a get called category. All right, so that way we don't get no errors. And then what we want to do is we want to say, and I want you to compare this, all right, with what? The category ID. All right, now keep in mind that there are ways of doing this with JavaScript as well. It's a little more complicated than this, but I just want you to keep that in mind. All right, so now that we had this condition here, all right, all we got to do is set this category variable right here to active. All right, remember we started this in empty because we wanted something to be there, and I'll tell you in a minute why. Because if the page is not selected, all right, we don't want anything to be there. We don't want to get any errors there. So anyway, so that would make that work. But then we can also do another statement here for our page name, all right, for the static links. So we can say if page name is equal, and you know what, we don't even have a page name here. All right, so let's actually, we don't have the registration name. We need to make the registration page here like this, registration we don't have the name of the page, so we need to do that so we can compare it. So we can say if the page name is equal to the registration, all right, then we can set it, the category, let me see this. We need to, right here, this one, we need to set this to active. Active. There we go. All right. And now here, what I'm going to do, because this is going to be the category one, we can put the category class in there. All right. That we do that for that. And then the registration class, we can put it for this static menu right here. And we can say PHP echo category class, which if it's not selected, if it's not active, right, it will be empty. All right. Again, there are other ways of doing it, and you're welcome to do it your way. This is the way I'm teaching you, so that way you can grab some more ideas if you like. So let me just show you now what this is right now. So enter, we are in category. So we go to registration, you can see that it's already selected, and this is the static link, PHP. It's already selected. And if we go inside our admin and we create another category, for example, bootstrap category, right? We go to we click here, you can see that it's already selected. This is selected, that's selected, even the registration static page is selected. All right. Now keep in mind that every time you make a static link, all right, you need to create a variable there, and then you need to place it. You place the class on that static link as well. All right. So that's how you create a static, a dynamic active navigation link class, whatever you want to call it. All right. But anyway, it's a pleasure, guys, and I hope you enjoy it and enjoyed it, and see you in the next lectures. Take care.